Alright, Voxel Pro here with another Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater playthrough. And in this episode, oh crap! Oh my goodness, did you see that go in slow motion? Oh crap. You know what? Apparently we only have 10 minutes to do this. You know what? No, forget you. We're gonna, no, forget you. Cure first, cause you know, she's pretty good. Nah, she's definitely one not to be trifled with. But we're gonna trifle with her. Oh, I'm gonna regret doing this so much. Okay. I can't do it. Oh my goodness.
Nothing to show for it. Move or you're dead. You're not the man I thought.
Oh my goodness. I tried to get behind her and she... You know what? No, you suck. I don't care who you are. You're getting put in the ground. That's what the crap you're getting put in.
Here I come.
Oh my goodness, I can't. Every time I do it on time. Oh my goodness, and then she counters. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to, you know, do the thing where, you know, I try to make it at least somewhat conducive to the story where, you know, I beat her by hand to hand. I know I didn't start off with a good intro.
Here I come. Time to play rough. All these years and still nothing to show for it.
Yeah, we'll say something about it now. Yeah, take it. Oh, counter, son, bars. No. And I'm never, ever, bam! Got you, son. Ooh, she didn't even know I was there. Bam, got you, son. Ooh, that spirit camo is good for something. She didn't even hear my footsteps.
Where are you hiding? Found you. Let's see what you're.
Oh man. Ooh.
Here I come.
Ooh. 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 What? What? Okay, I got body.
Heads up, Snake.
Oh man, this is fun. We punched each other. Ooh. Never, ever have your gun out while she's charging at you. She will take it. Now, if it's the Patriot, I don't care what you do because it's one gun. It's one. If it's the Patriot, it's one gun. I don't care. But if it's something that has ammo in it, oh, you better unequip it right then, because she will take it.
You've gotten stronger.
She will take it. She will dismantle it, and you will have to go find your gun, your ammo, and everything else.
Five more minutes. Get ready.
Ooh, ooh, bam,
You're better than
bam. Oh, ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Ooh,
Brace yourself.
woo. No, 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 no. What? I got bodied again.
Pathetic.
I thought I was doing so well.
Heads up, Snake.
Bam! Got you, son. Okay, now I'm running out of things, so I only got like one bullet left.
It's me.
Okay.
Here I come. You better run.
You know what?
Let's see what you're made of.
What? Oh yeah? Well, you're not ready for dodging. What? Oh, she dodged my attack twice. Bam, and I punched her. Well, kicked her. I made it I tried to do it somewhat conducive to the story, to where, you know, I wouldn't just do it by the gun, cuz the whole thing with Snake is that, you know, CQC, so I tried to do some of that in there for you guys.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
Patriot. Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one Snake.
Let's take a moment to remember Snake's mentor. Moment taken. Are you kidding me? What the crap? Oh. Are you... What the crap? How come it's not... What? Okay, for some reason... I was about to finish her off, and... What the... Okay. I guess I had to press the triangle or something. I thought I did. I was pressing the square, and... I was about to be... What the crap? My thing had went off and everything. It wasn't good. I was like, what the heck? I was pressing all kinds of buttons. You know, I was about to say, I was about to say, let's take a moment, and then I was about to say, moment taken, and then I was about to finish her off, because it was, you know. And then I tried to finish her off, and then I was like, what the crap, my controller ain't working. Man, I was like, god dang, like, man. You know, and then my controller had turned off, I turned it back on, and I'm still pressing the square button. I'm like, why ain't that working? And I was like, man. I was pressing the triangle. I was pressing everything on the earth, moon, and sun. That's why you saw the camera like spaz out for a minute. Cause I was like, wait, if it's not square, if it's not circle, if it's not triangle, what do I press? God dang, it was. Now this final part is gonna run extra long, I'm sure. Reason being is because cutscenes, they take forever. Cutscenes, they take forever, and also, let me see. Just long the credits, you know.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay? Snake?
Yeah.
I'm looking up something. I'm verifying something right now.
I told you you could trust me.
Snake! Ocelot! We're not done yet!
Okay. Alright, I got what I verified what I need to get verified, so I can tell you guys what to do. Now, if you ever get this game, the HD collection, let's say you still have a PlayStation 2, or let's say you have one of the old school gen PlayStation 3s, and you're able to play the PlayStation 2 version of Metal Gear Solid 3 on this one. So let's say you got all that. I'll tell you guys what. There will be an event that come up, and I'll explain it as it comes up.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC. Not good!
I picked up a few new moves.
See, he is the world's greatest imitator.
It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it. Eva!
You know, if that was a normal gun, it wouldn't have been as anticlimactic. Or it wouldn't have been as climactic as that, or as epic as that, I should say.
Yeah, alright.
Now, there was something that I noticed in one of my parts. You gotta choose the right gun that has the bullet in it. But if you're playing this, you want the one, and you really want the gun. It's counterintuitive. You gotta choose the gun that doesn't have the bullet in it. If you want the gun, you gotta choose the one that doesn't have the bullet in it. And what I've been,
And I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
and that
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
So what you want to do is you want to choose one of these revolvers. Choose the right one, so you can keep the gun. Choose the right one, so you can, not the right one as the correct one, the right one as in the one on the right. It's the one that doesn't have the bullet in it. That way in the next playthrough you'll have it from the start. I was about to say, come on. He taking too long to shoot.
It's a blank. Oh, that was fun.
So by process of elimination, if you do it again and you want to get the best of them, you won't get to keep the gun, but you'll be pretty good.
Till we meet again,
You'll choose the left
John.
one to show that you're kind of still the master. So, and another one of my parts, I said I had a revelation from when we were escaping from prison. If you've been keeping up with it thus far, I said that it wouldn't have really mattered if Ocelot had shot Snake. Why do I say that? Because that same bullet that he just shot me with was a blank. Okay? Was a blank. Which means that and you can tell it was a blank because it's the only one of his bullets that had that padded thing around it, and he was wearing it around his chest the entire time. Is the one that he pulled straight from his chest, that he was wearing as a necklace. Okay, that's number one. That's number one. Number two is that.
You made it.
Yeah, sure did.
Number two is that, okay, if he would have really,
Oh no, Miggs!
if he would have shot him at the prison in the sewers, then
There's no way out. What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now.
if he would have shot him at the prison in the sewers, then nothing would have happened,
No way we can outmaneuver
thus
them.
revealing that he was also a spy. So there was a couple of spies, and we kind of see a hint of that when he said we're men with real names, and he said his name was Adamska, which if you cut off the last part of that,
You were great, Eva.
you'll be left with Adam,
Thanks.
which is one of the informants that he decided to meet up with. And you can also tell from an upcoming cutscene, and I will show the Easter egg behind that. You'll also get a trophy or an achievement, I believe, called the Cat's Out of the Bag. Making reference to he was really helping you kind of all along. Now, I legitimately believe that he had no idea who Eva was. I think that was the case.
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just
I
wanted us to
can't
overlook.
really explain the
Important thing is,
entire thing.
We made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us,
I can't really
they'll be
explain the
having our
entire thing of,
should be
you
smooth
know,
sailing all the way to
he
Alaska.
might not have
Sending
really
someone out to Galena Base
known who
To meet me?
The DCI and the
who,
president himself are
Eva
waiting at
was.
Langley.
thus
Don't keep them
mistrusting her. Not trusting her, I should say. But, yeah, But yeah, if he wouldn't have shot, if he would have shot her, or sorry, if he would have shot him in the sewers, that would have revealed that he was actually helping him, which means that he probably would have had to take out his own unit, like right then and there. He probably would have whipped out his guns and killed all of them and say, "Listen, you got to get away from here. You got to blow up this. You got to blow up the C3. You got to blow up the tanks in order to get this thing off the ground." So, even in the previous part, he said he made a promise to the boss. So, I think
So what are you going to do now?
he legitimately didn't know who Eva was, but the boss knew who she was.
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Where are they at right now? Are they in his house? If so, he has some gaudy taste. Like, he really does. Like, really, where are they at?
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, snake.
I feel so cheap and used. Moral of the story here, right here. Whew. I'll get to that. I'll get to that.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The two NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy. And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgan couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy. And to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life.
Well, then why then?
But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
I can't imagine where they would be at, but that's if that's a real house, like a Snake's house. That's a real fancy house. Well, he at least lives in some fancy land.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a
Oh my
hero
goodness,
who
I didn't
died
know it
for
was
the
going to be
country.
this long. I just looked at
She
the
carried
time.
out her mission knowing full well
34
what was going to
minutes.
happen.
This is going to be even longer.
Self-sacrifice.
So there's my whole team in person.
Because that was her duty.
Zero, paramedic. They look just like themselves. you know, I hear that kind of all the time when like real people in real life when they're on some reality type thing.
You are above.
But that saying always kind of bothered me. Why? I say that because of course you're gonna look just like yourself because you're yourself.
You are a true patriot.
See? Ocelot was there. He planned to help us all along. And if you see him through that view, you'll get the achievement slash trophy called the Cat's Out the Bag. And I forget exactly what the description of the trophy was, but Let me research it that right quick.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities
Yeah,
in
you
Washington
just-
knew that in order to prove its innocence,
I don't-
they'd have to get rid of the boss.
I don't think there's a
And that
description for the
Wonderful would have to do the
trophy.
job.
I'm not seeing it.
Couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself.
Like, I know what you have to do to get it. You have to look at them. You gotta see them at that moment through playthrough.
That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned
Well,
her back on her
I'm not
own
gonna
comrades.
waste any more time finding it. But
Lesser woman
um,
had been crushed by such
the significance of that trophy is that he was supposed to help you all along. I think that was the thing. He was supposed to help you all along, and
in America, as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor.
I'm really sorry that this part is so long. I'm sorry that the previous part was so long, but we were just so close to the end. I figure, why not go hard, and
no one will ever understand.
why not go hard and do it all together, you know. I wasn't gonna make the last video an hour, but I knew certainly that we were gonna finish it up next time. And I didn't have like a lot of gameplay, so I thought, you know, it would kind of take care of itself. So this is
She wanted to live on.
pretty much gonna be almost an hour, and like I said, I'm really sorry for that, and I had no idea how to break it up. But man,
She was forbidden
I
to
really
tell
don't know what to
herself.
say. I really didn't know how to do it. I guess I could have broke it up after that airplane flight, but I'm like, why? It's the final one.
We'll never know
It's,
what she did. No one will ever learn the truth.
you know,
Her story. Her deep
it just didn't matter. It just didn't matter.
will endure
Because it was going to be the final part anyway, and all you were going to see was movies. And I didn't want that. I didn't want you to have to watch a movie out of
everything she did.
a 15, 20-minute video out of,
She sacrificed her life and her
well,
honor
an
for
hour-long
humanity.
video after, all pretty much based
She
off
was
of
a real hero.
whatever.
She was a true patriot.
Here's another R1 moment, and it's nothing. You can just kind of see Snake kind of tearing up. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? October 15, 1964, Khrushchev is ousted. what the? That was the whole thing of what we were trying to avoid. That was literally what we were trying to avoid. That was literally what we were trying to avoid. That was exactly what we were trying to avoid. That was the whole reason why he said, "Oh, kill Volgin." Yeah. And he got ousted anyway. That is kind of epic the way that they do that. They do that almost in every Metal Gear Solid game. Starting with 3. Do they do that in 1? I know they do that in 1. No, they don't do that in 1. Well, they do that in 3. They didn't do it in 4 because they thought it was going to be the last one. They didn't do it in Peace Walker. No, they did do it in Peace Walker. They did do it in Peace Walker. And of course, they didn't do it in Metal Gear. In Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, because I don't think they had planned that far ahead. I think they were just creating games at that point, and that was kind of their first couple of games, Metal Gear games. They didn't do it in Metal Gear Solid 1. They didn't do it in 2. I don't think they did it in 2. They started with 3. I don't think they did it in 4, but they definitely did it in Peace Walker. They did it in Ground Zeroes. They did it... Did I already say Peace Walker? Yeah. So... Because they had no reason to do it in 4, because it was the end of everything. It was... The Solid Snake Big Boss saga was done. So, thank you guys for sticking with me through this long, arduous, hard playthrough. I know that, this is gonna be probably almost an hour, if not an hour. Wow. It's been hard. It's been hard. The next Metal Gear in the series is going to be not Portable Ops, because technically they're kind of saying that it's not canon, but that doesn't matter because we're not doing Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 anyway. Only reason why is because I'm horrible at those, and I'm not really sure. There's nothing in that series that can't be explained in like a minute or less. Well, actually, reasonably, without exaggerating, probably less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. I say it take 2 or 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So 2 to 5 minutes to explain what goes on in Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. So that's 2 to 5 minutes a piece. So it could potentially be 4 minutes, or it could potentially be 10. Actually, I can pretty much tell you what goes on. Let me think. What does happen? Enter Solid Snake. Big Boss is commander at Foxhound at that point. Sends them to save a agent, and it was the Gray Fox. Ended up finding some scientists. They said, oh well, you gotta find this. You gotta fight. They got a nuclear device. You had to fight these agents that was occupying the base. Had to fight all of them. You were getting help from Master Miller, and you were getting help from Colonel. Were you getting help from Colonel Campbell? Nah. Were you? maybe Master Miller, you were getting help from Big Boss, who looked like Sean Connery, which I think they did model it after. They modeled that one at that time after him. So there was that, and then after you rescued Gray Fox, you realize that, you know, I think he kind of turned on you. I think that's what ended up happening. He kind of turned on you, and then you realize that Big Boss set you up to get killed, and you had to fight Metal Gear, and then you had to fight him. In Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, pretty much it was the same setup, except, you know, you were working for Foxhound at this point after Colonel Campbell, I think, took it over. I want to say he took it over. And this is based off of me never playing it before, but watching playthroughs of it happening. So my memory's kind of shoddy with it. Yeah, he sends you in. You notice a whole bunch of children there. I think you gotta save some scientists some or another. One of the scientists ends up betraying you, so you gotta fight him or something like that. And then you gotta fight the group that surrounds them, which is like pretty much like another group of people with insane stuff going on. And then you realize that they're talking about another one-eyed man, and like, oh no, it can't be. And it is Big Boss. And I don't know how he came back alive, but he did. You ended up burning him, and you escaped from the base, and then you just quit. Solid Snake just quits Foxhound. He's like, no, I'm retired. I'm not doing this anymore. Forget you. Forget the people out there. Forget the people on the thing who's been calling me to do all these things. Forget the people that's been issuing me weapons. Forget the person that's been telling me to find my own weapons. Forget all that. So then enter Metal Gear Solid 1. But let's take a look at this.
I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Wow. Can't say that I'm surprised, though. Now, let's look at it. My title is Chameleon. 7 hours, 31 minutes, 29 seconds. Saved 15 times. Continue 1 time. Alert phase 0 times. Cool. Only continues because, well, you saw why. I fell in that hole right before I battled the end. It wasn't good. Otherwise, I would have had it perfect. Yeah, so I already told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow up with Peace Walker. I'm going to get started on that right away. Beware on the lookout. I'm going to have the KOTOR. I'm going to have the KOTOR series back up. Wow. What else to say? I'm trying to think of what else to say. Like I said, I'm sorry that this was such a long video. I tried to finish it up because, you know, I didn't want you guys to watch a whole movie without there being some gameplay. And there was very little gameplay in this one. So, doing Peace Walker, look forward to the wrap up to where I can explain all this kind of. If you guys have any questions, just send them down in the comments below about what you don't get about Metal Gear Solid 3. That way we can take this one step at a time before we can get to the Phantom Pain. I've already explained how I'm gonna do that, but I am gonna do Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain at the same time. So when I get Phantom Pain, when I physically get a copy of the Phantom Pain, maybe the day before I get a physical copy of the Phantom Pain, I'm gonna play Ground Zeroes, the main mission. I'm gonna upload that. And then the next day when I get the Phantom Pain, I'm going to start playing that. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.